Hey, my beautiful friends. So it's another beautiful sunny day in New York City. Yes, I am still here. I am soaking up every minute of it. I wanted to come on and give you guys a reading before I venture out and start my plans for the day. But yeah, so I wanted to share a story with you guys, and I kind of have an idea of what reading I want to do. For most of you, this is going to resonate as a twin flame reading. It's like a twin flame energy check-in. I haven't done one in quite a while. Soulmate, twin flame, however it resonates to you, only take it if it resonates. And do remember that I pick up on a lot of different threads of energy, so if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Just be happy for somebody else if they pick up on the energy, because we try to pull the best possible outcomes. But we're going to do an energy check-in, masculine and feminine. But first, I'd like to share something with you, because I saw something this morning that it brought me to tears, okay? It made me super emotional. And it was really beautiful, actually. And I read somewhere that the true love story doesn't happen here on planet Earth. It actually happens for the universe and the planets. And the story was about Saturn and planet Earth. And the story told was that for thousands of years, Saturn has been protecting planet Earth from asteroids and meteors. That it, its gravity pulls all that in, and it takes hits just to protect planet Earth so it can evolve. So this is just a reminder that for those of you that have chosen this path, that you have chosen this lifetime to go through a massive awakening, to heal karma, to break generational curses and karmas, and to heal yourself from within, from this lifetime and lifetimes beyond that, okay? Whatever that may mean to you, it's a beautiful thing to know that you and somebody else, okay, on this planet, the timing of your awakening, if you choose to have this for yourself, because it is free will, but that there is somebody out there that when you're going through rough times, that they're holding it down for you, okay? This person has also chosen to go through this lifetime and take these massive hits, these massive, painful things that can seem really damaging, but then choose to heal. And that you have someone out there protecting you when you're feeling at your worst, or when you're going through these things. And a lot of times you don't even know that, right? You don't even know that there's someone out there that belongs to your future, that you already have this deep soul bond with, that's out there doing the same thing. And when you are healing and you're at your best, you're learning how to take the hits for the other person. And I don't mean this in a bad way, because you are able to transmute the energy, right? When you have this soul connection, you guys help each other transmute energy when the other one isn't strong enough to do so. And so you can evolve. And you have this love, even if you feel like, well, I don't know it exists, but there's a part of your soul that knows that it exists, okay? Especially if you're watching tarot readings and you're watching these things and you resonate with my energy, there's a love inside of you that exists, because my heart is beaming full of love. And so for you to connect with me, and I'm so grateful for all of you that do, it literally makes my day to see all your comments, your messages, and thank you for all your positive reviews that you send me in emails and on my Etsy website. It means so much to me to be able to share my voice and just connect with you guys on a deep level, okay? It really means a lot to me. But to have somebody, just that loves you that much, that you love that much, even if you don't know them in the 3D yet, like you don't know them in this reincarnation, it does exist for you, because okay, And I'm sorry about the noise, you guys. I have the window cracked because it was really warm right where I set the camera here. So let's see here. We have the 3 of clubs and the chariot, okay? So there's moving energy here, okay? Something could be happening in the month of November, because I'm getting 3 weeks here. Doesn't mean that, necessarily that it's going to happen and you're going to get married in 3 weeks, because, that's a little crazy to say. Not to say that it couldn't happen for somebody, but I'm just getting here that something's happening between you and your person within the next 3 weeks here. We got the Ace of Wands here and the 3 of Wands again on the bottom. The number 13 or 31 could be significant to you, but let me just pull the energy differently. And I hope you guys enjoyed that story. You'll have to let me know if you know any other stories like that, because I'm just fascinated with the universe and all of the love that is surrounded to us, like to infinity and beyond. It's just crazy to me. So let's start with ladies first. Let's get the feminine energy. Can we get the feminine energy for the twin flames, soulmates, deep soul connections at this time, please? We got the 7 of Cups here. Feminine could be feeling a little confused at this time. We got the King of Wands. Some of you feminines, you could be connecting with a fire sign here. Somebody that you have this deep attraction to, and you're kind of wondering, you know, what's going to happen with this connection. You're wondering, you know, are they rising up? Are they going through this process? And for those of you that did connect with this, just because this story I felt guided to share, there's always your soul person. Let's just call it that for now in this reading. Your soul person is definitely going through something. So even if you can't see it, you guys are working together, okay? So I'm seeing this person, somebody could have tattoos, but I'm seeing this person, I'm hearing they're taking charge, okay? They're taking charge here. So for the Divine Feminine, what I'm getting as a channel message for you is to just relax a little bit, okay? Relax. Try not to let yourself get stressed out, because I feel like the energy, and I haven't even pulled the masculine yet because I wanted to pull the feminine energy with the 3 of Swords here. So you could be feeling a little heartbroken and stressed out. Okay, try not to worry yourself, all right? Because what I'm getting with this King of Wands energy is that your masculine is being prepared to take the lead in this connection. And I feel like you feel, Divine Feminine, for the Divine Feminines watching, that you've been kind of taking the lead recently, okay? Or maybe the whole time in this connection. Now, this isn't going to be somebody karmic, toxic, that is never going to come around. Like I said, this is going to be your soul person that is going through their own experience, okay? But this is a masculine that you may be a little confused at this time, and your spirit guides could be blocking you from any communication during this time to allow the masculine to fail a little bit. I feel like some of you could have, you know, had some expectation here. And not to say that we're saying let them fail, let them be a jerk or anything like that. That's not what I mean. But in your heart, you were expecting them to come around by now, right? And there's a moment where you, not that you want them to do this, it's just a metaphor of what's going on right now. You expected them to come around, and you get to this moment where you surrender and you let God take over without trying to control or worry yourself into the situation. And when you do that, it allows them to fail. It allows them to pick up on the energy like, I feel like time's running out. They start to feel like time is running out, okay? So for whoever the masculine energy is in this, he's going to feel like time is running out. And it's going to have him go through some sort of massive, like, spurt, like spiritual spurt. Is that the right word? Spurt? Is that the right word, you guys? Growth spurt. Yeah, that's the right word. You know, sometimes when you say a word and it just doesn't sound right. I know I'm not the only one, so don't clown me. Okay, even if you do, I don't get offended easily. So that's what I'm getting here. Is this masculine, they want you to trust that they're going to take the lead. Your true divine partner, when you get to the point where you get, you know, and it's not to say that you're disappointed, but you have this level of understanding, just be like, okay, you know, divine feminines, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves and on our divine masculines. And sometimes it gets to the point where we're like, okay, because this is starting to stress us out as divine feminines. Like, I had all this expectation and hopes for this to come through at this time, okay? And it didn't. And this is the time where your guides are asking you to really trust and to put more focus into yourself and release a little bit of this stress, okay? That's what I'm getting here. Because this divine masculine, the one that I'm picking up in this reading, now, like I said, only take it if it resonates to you, okay? Is being prepared to finally take the lead. But it requires your level of understanding and being like, okay, I'm going to let them realize that my energy is not going to always cradle and coddle them, right? Because I feel like you're somebody who's very empathic. You just want to pull your divine masculine in and be like, I love you the way that you are. You don't need to do anything. But that doesn't allow them to evolve. You got to imagine your masculine is planet Earth. This is the time where you're Saturn, like I was explaining in the energy. And you got to, you know, your love for them and your love for yourself and your trust in this divine masculine is going to allow him to step up. But you got to kind of like, it's not like taking the hit. You guys know that I'm talking in metaphors, and I'm not saying to allow them to bash you or cheat on you or anything like that, because this is not the type of energy connection, love connection that I'm talking about. I'm talking about something divine, something created in the stars and the universe, okay? And now you guys were given an opportunity to be reincarnated and go through this experience, and it takes time, right? And so you have to get to this level of, okay, you know, I had so much expectation, maybe it was too much. And not only that, it puts too much expectation on yourself. Like, you're constantly feeling like you need to be you know, doing everything 24/7, and if I do this, then it's going to make it happen faster. No, it needs to be on your own time as well. And I feel like there's a lot happening for you right now. Okay, so I feel like that is the guidance that's coming through as I was doing this twin flame energy check-in. For those of you that aren't in, you know, a union yet, I feel like this could be the energy, and the divine masculine is being prepared to take the lead, because I feel like divine feminine, in this reading, you have been the leader. Okay, so let's move on to the divine masculine and see what kind of energy he's in. Spirit, can you tell me the energy of the divine masculine at this time? Knight of Wands. What did I tell you, honey? What did I tell you? He's a Knight of Wands now. He's showing up as a King of Wands here. So your guys are saying he's being prepared. He's a knight right now, okay? So he's being prepared to take action. He still has a mask on here, okay? But how you're seeing him is a little confusing, because you see the potential in your divine masculine. You're like, I see what he can be. I see the beauty, and I see how brave he is, okay? Well, I feel like this masculine is healing some karma, you know, releasing any karma. And I feel like this masculine is finally learning their worth, okay? This is telling me that there's a lot happening for this masculine right now. This masculine is also an energy I'm getting here with the Knight, is that he's moving forward. He's finally moving forward, but it's going to take a little bit more from you on your end, divine feminine. So divine masculines, I'm seeing you, you're like feeling like you want to take the mask off. You want to reach out to your divine feminine, right? Divine masculine, you want to reach out, but something's telling you that maybe you're going to jump the gun. Maybe she's not ready, or maybe there's still things that you had to do, okay? Because karma does take time, right? Maybe you're just now going through some sort of spiritual spurt, as I called it. I think that's what I called it. It's like a growth spurt, like spiritually, right? I feel like a lot's happening for you. You could be getting a lot of downloads at night. This could be when you're thinking about your divine feminine and you're kind of like wondering, you know, what's going on with her. And I feel like some of you may feel like, you know, maybe the divine feminine is going to reject you, and that's not at all the case. The divine feminine wants you to reach out, but it's being advised here to allow her to release control a little bit, okay? Because the divine feminine is going to want you to take control at some point, because if she takes control now and jumps the gun and you guys jump into this right now, it's going to feel like, I'm feeling like this sense of, you're going to feel like you have no control, or you're going to feel like maybe you weren't ready, and this could cause you to want to retreat again, and you don't want to be in that push and pull energy, right? I'm seeing here that you guys are, you know, your higher selves are urging you to work together. Okay, let's get one more energy for the divine masculine, please. Spirit. Wow, that flew out. Honey, this is what you're doing. You're preparing yourself. You're focusing on your career. You're making sure that you have something to offer, okay? Now, some of you could have been so career focused, and then bam, all of a sudden, divine masculines, it hits you that you've got like this great love out there searching for you. And there is this feeling of, you know, will I disappoint them? But I promise you, you won't disappoint them as long as you are doing everything that you feel that you need to do for yourself. Don't lose yourselves. Okay, this is for both of you. Don't lose yourselves, because when you lose yourself in somebody, then you don't really open up to who you really are. And like I said, now the divine masculine wants to step up and be, you know, your Saturn to, you know, the feminine earth here. And I feel like both of you are kind of, you guys, it's almost like I'm getting an overprotective energy, right? And it's not a bad thing at all, but you're overprotective of your person and the situation, but at the same time that makes you like overprotective of your energy, and that causes you want to control the situation. And I feel like both of you need to release a little bit. All right, we got the 10 of Pentacles. This is definitely telling me that what you're feeling right now is confusion, divine feminine, because the divine masculine is definitely being prepared here. They're a knight right now. They're showing up as a knight. So this is telling me that overnight, okay, metaphorically, obviously, it could happen for the divine masculine that quick. Honestly, sometimes it does, but they're going to turn into that King of Wands energy, and this is when they're going to start to, you know, potentially reach out here. Judgment. Okay, so they're going to test your energy too. Divine Masculines, you will always test the Divine Feminine when you're on this path. Okay, you will test, is she ready to handle this? Like, is her energy ready to handle this? And you will energetically go in and test the Divine Feminine, whether that be with past people. It's just like the Divine Feminine will be presented with situations like, can she let this go? Can she release control? Can she focus on herself? Can she keep her nervous system calm? Can she let the Divine Masculine fail? And Divine Masculines, I'm not telling you to go out and just potentially screw this up, okay? Because that's not what I mean. This is something that you're doing without even knowing you're doing it until you kind of like wake up, right? That's what I'm getting here. So please only take, you know, it how it's coming through, not as, you know, I'm telling you guys to do anything bad here. That's not what it means. It means energetically, okay? We have the King of Coins, the Star, and the Ten of Cups, okay? So like I said, you guys are coming into a union, but at first, you know, they're gonna have to pick up energetically that like maybe they were late or they're running out of time, okay? And this isn't going to make them rush and jump the gun. What this is gonna do is be like, okay, now I need to, you know, they're not gonna feel so like their energy is being pulled on. And sometimes they don't even know what they're running from, the Divine Masculine, right? We got the King of Coins here. So this person, they want to make sure that they can offer you something, Divine Feminine. They don't want to come in and then, you know, have it be like this love bubble phase and then all of a sudden be like, okay, what now? Like, what do I do now? I feel like I can't be a provider. And so this masculine is wanting to be a provider here. I'm seeing here that you guys are both going to come into some sort of alignment. The stars are aligning, okay? We have you guys are being guided by spirit, but I'm seeing here, this kind of reminds me of, is the star always pouring into the water again? But this is like you guys pouring into each other. This is you guys being each other's divine protectors, okay? So this is definitely the energy I'm getting. Divine Masculines, you're being urged to, you know, accept the love that you deserve, okay? Don't settle. Keep doing what you're doing as far as your career, but I feel like for some of you, you're going to be ready soon. You're going to be ready to come forward and express your feelings to your Divine Feminine, and you'll pick up energetically that this is when the Divine Feminine releases control and kind of, you know, hands it over to God and the Divine, because it's stressful, right? And not to say that it's not stressful for the masculine, because a lot of times the masculine goes through an awakening and they feel like they can't express their emotions because that's not what society said was okay, or it will be frowned upon, or it's in, you know, a culture or environment where they may have settled into a life that isn't something that fulfills their emotional needs, but they were taught not to be emotional, that they needed to be tough, okay? They are energetically tough for you, Divine Feminine. I'm seeing them, you know, being your divine protector and protecting you through this process energetically, even though it may feel very heartbreaking for you right now with this Seven of Cups. All right, you guys, I absolutely love all of you. You guys have shown me so much love the past couple of days, and I appreciate you so much. You guys, the stars are aligning. Everything is, you're exactly where you're meant to be, okay? And these messages are meant to come through as a guide to kind of help you, you know, understand what you may be feeling at this time with your person. But Divine Masculine is going through a massive change, and it's when the Divine Feminine, obviously I can't tell you what to do. This is just advice coming through from the energy that I'm picking up on, right? Your masculine is working really hard, whether it seems like it or not. And once you release that control, and it may feel like they're failing to you, okay? But that is a part of the process to allow you to release control. When you feel that feeling, you're kind of just over it, but you're not really. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like, ugh, I give up. I can't, like, I've done everything I can do. Now I gotta let them do what they can do. And I promise they will show up for you, okay? But it requires a lot of trust. And I know it's not easy. It sounds a lot easier than it is. So this journey is not for the weak, okay? And I'm not seeing you guys being weak. I'm seeing you guys being each other's Saturn and Earth, which is a beautiful, beautiful story. So I'm going to go and close it here. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later.